Welcome back. So, I didn't expect to be casting my Frontier so soon after the last game I've done. I think it's been one game in between then and now. Then he sent me this. So, I wasn't originally gonna cast this. He said it was, quote, the most back and forth game that he's ever played. So I was just gonna watch it, and not cast it. But then I saw it was a Fortress game. So I said, why not? Because I don't really have a Fortress game for this map pool yet. So I quit the replay and saved it for now. Now this was played earlier today as of recording this. Weird mill timing. I think he added extra houses at the start. I wasn't paying too much attention. But Blue's adding more houses, even though you don't have to, thanks to the castle and houses you start with. But here, of course, we have my friend I Will Seal Your Fate, playing in purple as Lithuanians, which is, I think, the only civ he's played in 1v1s for a while now. And then Burgundians, in the blue, played by Jackson Chevette. Interesting. Alright. Using 4 villagers to lure a boar apparently does work. So it's probably going to be kind of slow at the start here, because it's basically an arena game. Fortress is arena, but you start with towers and a castle and a barracks. I remember back when I played just the Age of Kings version, I would go against easy AI 4v4, make it a tiny map, and then put Fortress on. So you would have, like, your enemy's castle spawning next to your TC, and it would be weird, messy, fun to crush easy AI on. So that's really most of the experience I have with Fortress. I've played it very little in 1v1s, and very little in team games. Not my most favorite map. You don't get hunt or herdables at the start, but you start with a bunch of extra villagers, and you still get 2 boars. And there's quite a bit of gold and stone. There's some neutral ones out this way on this generation, and then there should be another neutral stone, but maybe there's actually another neutral gold vein, and then they just decided, the players don't need a neutral stone vein. They don't need to. Because I'm not seeing one. Now, yes! Okay, so I just saw this in a different video of somebody casting earlier today. I don't know when Capture Age added this. I don't know if this is a pro feature or not. But here you can see the entire tech tree of a civ. So whenever I'm talking about somebody's text, I can bring it up. And it's really quite cool. I didn't know Capture Age did this, but you can see everything. You can see Lithuanians have great monks, and so do Burgundians. Burgundians actually don't get, theocracy, which is a very important tech for monks. So, if it does become a heavy monk game, which it could, maybe not as heavy as we would think so at our elo, but it could be like last game of his we saw. Okay. Blue's gonna low elo mining camp both of the golds out of his base, and then put farms around the mill. Dark Age farms. So, no horse collar there. So, hopefully... Well, actually, no, he's Burgundians, right. I just, I forget about that a lot. But yeah, so blue's Burgundians. So blue got double bit axe and horse collar in Dark Age because Burgundians get the techs and age quicker, and they're also cheaper. Pretty well done from blue here. Although I think they're much later up because they decided to research those, and purple's actually already clicked up to Castle Age before blue even gets up to Dark Age. I mean, Feudal Age. Sorry. But blue's going to reinforce the walls with houses. So, you know, you never really see siege towers, but if purple wanted to go for a siege tower, it will not be possible on those, what, 8 tiles? Purple's seen barely any of the map, and blue's basically just seen the right side. I think that's definitely auto scout, and blue's just found purple's walls there. But yeah, the movements are too stiff to not be auto scout. Like, that's just not something that happens when you have a human controlling it. But now blue's gonna extend the wall out here to protect the 2 wood lines, I guess. I also... Did blue not... No, blue doesn't have this scouted. So blue's gonna go out here and just... First of all, I don't know why... Oh, I guess the corner pieces are missing. So, I don't know why you would feel the need to add the corner piece, but blue does. And is going to extend this wall to the edge of the map as purple gets up to Castle Age. Now, what purple's going to do with Castle Age is a mystery, because there's not enough wood for stables to make knights, there's not enough wood for TC to start booming, and there's not enough stone for a castle drop. So purple's gone up to Castle Age without anything to do. Blue, however, blue can click up now, and has been kind of letting that sit, but does have 5 more villagers than purple now, because of it. And now blue's just idling the TC, so that's cool. I mean, it's to be expected at 800 elo, and blue's gonna get this up. To be honest, I'm not really seeing the back and forth aspect so far. I think I've been duped. Blacksmith and a stable. So, blue had the resources, but didn't have the buildings, which is the worst mistake to make. It feels horrible when you do. Oh, and, okay, so purple's just gonna make Ladis out of the existing castle. Now, I don't disagree with making Ladis because they're a great unit, but you can't really do damage with them at the moment. So, unless you're going to pair it with a way to get into blue's base, I don't know what you're going to do with them. You could kill these villagers, because the blues decided to take the gold outside of the base instead of inside, just to make sure blue doesn't touch the safe gold, in case it's like a backup reserve. Same as the berries, apparently. Meanwhile, purple has taken the berries and is now farming around the mill used for it. What I don't get is why you would make a mill in Dark Age and put it over here on nothing instead of the berries, which you are now taking. But I do think blue's got a little bit of a better position compared to purple. It may not seem that way, but purple's only just now caught up in villagers. And while blue does have pretty much 10%, I mean, 10 times more idle time. It's, if Burgundians just have such a good economy, I think they should be able to still do something here. Now, I would like to see Blue make more TCs, because then Blue could catch back up in villager count. And this wall got finished a long time ago. Again, I don't know why you would do this. You didn't even build anything back here after you've done this. And the latest are also confused. They're kind of sniggering to each other, like, "Oh, what? Who would build this? We can just kind of stab it." And they're gonna break through a lot quicker than you would think. And as purple gets the attack upgrade, blue gets a bunch of upgrades for pikemen. And purple puts up a second TC. Is blue gonna... He's gonna repair the... Okay. Repair the gate to nothing. Yes, why don't you? I mean, I say blue's got a good economy, but... I take that back. The stone villagers are going all the way out to this mining camp. And the wood villagers are walking all the way to this lumber camp from either side. So I'm not too sure about blue's eco here, and blue's wasting the hard-earned stone for this. I mean, you're even repairing this section of wall. It's not even the gate anymore. That's hardly worth it. How long is blue going to repair that? And purple's just been snatching monks. Blue's just been letting purple snatch monks, really. Purple's just been snatching relics. Blue's completely left the middle to purple. Oh, and purple's done a bit of a trick there. Interesting. Blue is now still repairing that. While the latest, they can still break through the gate. It's on fire again. And, okay. It's being repaired again. Will the scout go down? Will we see? Wait, how did this get in? Hold on. I was too distracted by the gate. How did this get in? So, purple goes for a raid over here. And our latest manages to get in. I was gonna say, will the scouts be one of the first kills of the game? No. Purple kills a bunch there, way more than he should have. Because, once again, blue's, for some reason, mining gold outside of his base. Let me speed back up to where we were. Oh, okay. That was where we were. Oops. Nothing much has happened, though, so. That is one thing you can be certain of in Fortress games. Oh, and the pikemen come out to fight. They actually win that pretty easily. The armor upgrade isn't in, and there's only 2 relics in. One, actually. This one is being brought back. And it's funny, you really don't often see the follow command on any unit. I don't know what this would have done. This is why you don't see it very often, because what is this scout following the monk gonna do? If, say, blue is actually trying to fight for relics and scout cab or light cab come after the monk. It'll probably just die along with the monk. Which is why you don't see the follow command. Like, ever. Purple's massing up army again. May want to go for another raid over here. That worked pretty well last time. But Blue's got everything locked down tight with pikemen. He's up to imp after that villager. Yep. And now I'm guessing Purple's gonna switch into skirmishers. Yep. Okay, elite skirmisher. Purple is so far away from Imperial Age. Look at this bar up here. You need 1,000 food to go up. Purple's nowhere near that. Purple is gonna have a very hard time when Blue gets up to imp, and I am guessing this is finally where the first back and forth part begins. Purple's probably gonna be hit pretty hard when Blue comes forward and imp. Now, Purple's actually got nearly double the villagers now. I mean, nearly is a little bit of an exaggeration, but only about 14 off from having double. Now, it's not the most active production because he's only producing out of 1 TC and not constantly. But it's better than Blue. I don't know what Blue's been doing. And now the skirmishers are being massed. Alright. Now, I really want to... I want to see some aggression from Blue. Blue, I don't know why you're getting cavalry upgrades. Please don't do what Grey did. Don't fully upgrade units you aren't even making. Also, Blue's got 5 on gold going into imp. Purple's got 9. This is interesting economy balance. Now, Purple doesn't really need too much because he's got 2 relics. It would be even better if he had all 5, but the monk needs some rest. And of course, it's still being watched over by the scout. Blue just now gets stone mining upgrades. And I'm not sure for what, because I don't know where these 4 stone villagers are. Don't tell me... Do not tell me you're taking that gold, Blue. Blue. Don't take it. Purple's clicked up to imp. Purple knows there's gold there, right? Hold on. You have to know there's gold there, right? No. Okay, Purple has not seen very much of the map. It is not right out of the vision. It's actually pretty far back. He's gonna put a TC there. Your second town center of the game. Probably the most important TC you can decide on the location of, other than Nomad games with your first. But this is the first TC that you have a decision on where it goes. And you decide to put it 7 tiles from the edge of the map, where your opponent could easily walk over to it with his 23 latest. Okay. At least Blue's making Cavalier. Blue's gonna go for what the Burgundians are known for. Although, with 15 on food and 4 on gold, because now those guys are on wood, thanks to TCs being automatically assigning your villagers to a resource. I don't think you're gonna be able to afford Paladin. And now Purple has made it up to Imp, and you've done nothing. You've done nothing with this. There's... I think I've been a little duped. You could say bamboozled, perhaps. I don't see the back and forth. I don't know how long this game is. It could go on for another hour and a half, and that's where the back and forth is. What I see is Purple getting the upgrades he needs to get, and then coming over to Blue. Because while Purple's games are not perfect, Purple still does things with Imperial Age 90% of the time. Blue here has made a TC on the edge of the map, and is getting Wheelbarrow. It's really bad for Blue here. I mean, Purple's gonna have 3 relics soon. Okay, never mind. Purple doesn't actually know where any of the remaining relics are. Okay. So this old man and his best buddy on the horse are gonna just kind of have a picnic out there. While there's one relic sitting just 1 tile out of view. So, Purple doesn't have the full bonus with the relics available yet. Hopefully he does by the end of the game. I can only hope, though, because these guys seem pretty content out there. I don't know if they're going to be moving. But Purple's getting the final armor upgrade. Of course, the Lithuanians don't get the final attack upgrade for cavalry because it would be a little overpowered to get that and then +4 from the relics. They already get an insane amount without Blast Furnace. So, yeah. Now that is quite an army. There are 52 skirmishers alone there. As much as you should be worried of the pikemen. Yeah, it's maybe a bit of an overreaction. I feel like you could make a few more latest here. But Blue's got 12 Cavalier. 9 of them are currently out here. Because, you know, Blue probably thinks Purple is gonna go for this gold. What? Okay, Blue has a designated residential district in his base. It's the very corner of the map. Blue's actually going to make sure this gold is secured with these Cavalier. So, not bad. That's why they're out there. But the scout's going to attack them! No! No! He just lost his friend! And he's obviously angrily going to convert it, and... Blue. It's one monk. It's one angry old man. And, I mean, yeah, it's gonna die now, and then the Cavalier is gonna die. So... Oh, and now Paladin's coming in. Blast Furnace. I mean, Purple's got full upgrades. Purple's got 28 latest. More are coming. Purple's also got 54 skirmishers. Although I doubt those will do anything versus the Paladin, because Blue's also gonna have full upgrades. So, you know, say what you will about the old man and the scout, the idle army for most of the game. They have been doing a good job about getting blacksmith upgrades.
Bonjour.
So, they haven't really touched each other, but they've got blacksmith upgrades. We're like 40 minutes in, and a grand total of 25 units have been killed. I feel like this is going to be like a really long game. Because I would hope he wasn't lying to me. And, he said it was back and forth. So, when we get to the back and forth, it's probably going to be, like, 3 hours in. I mean, purple's pop-capped. Purple's just been booming like crazy. Blue's blue. You know, blue. And I'm pretty sure they get Halb, Burgundians. Yeah, Burgundians get Halb. So blue's also probably going to work towards that. And blue's going to put a castle down there, which could be one of the reasons it becomes so back and forth. Secret bases that are not like this. No. Secret bases that have production buildings can be very dangerous for the enemy player. Oh my god, there's actually something happening. Thank god. Okay. Now, purple's gonna try and break in here. The 3 paladin are running back. Where are the rest of... Okay. They don't even care if the civilians die or not. Purple's gonna... Don't tell me blue snipes that trib. Don't tell me that blue snipes the treb, please. Okay, it is way too close. That was like the A team, and now these guys are kind of just cowards over here. They're not really meant to handle the serious stuff. The halberdier is coming in as purple enters the base. But look at all those skirmishers purple has. I don't think purple has chemistry. No, there's no chemistry for purple. But that's still going to lose, because those are Imperial Latus versus... Well, now they're versus Halberdier. The skirmishers will help clear that up, though. And not even that many Latus are lost. He's into the base. How is this back and forth? Does blue come back from this? What? The blue's just dead here. I don't see the back and forth. I think... Oh, okay. I kind of see the back and forth now. So while purple's clearing out blue's base, blue is going to come over here with the paladin. This is why the paladin stayed back. And blue's got 3 trebs. Blue isn't trickle trebbing, unlike purple, with the one trebuchet on 14 health still out there. And purple might actually have to leave blue's base, because the skirmishers could die to the paladin. Yeah, okay. And now this castle is going to go down. There's no stopping that. There's not enough Latus back there. So, blue's lost his whole economy. And it's going to be nearly impossible to get that back, because the second TC is all the way out there. But blue's still pushing, killing the Latus back at the house. Yeah, the house. Sure, we'll go with it. That TC could go down very quickly as well. So that's half of purple's military production just gone, and purple's not making any more. Even though look at those floating resources. It's even worse than blue. It's even worse than blue. They're floating like they're floating enough resources to make like 7 wonders combined. You've got to love not spending resources. I think that's the biggest problem with 800 ELO players. They do things well, but then don't spend any of their resources. And purple takes out 3 trebuchets, is gonna take out the 3rd. And now blue should be dead here, right? Purple's back in the base, killing all the rest of the villagers. Blue's lost the push. Now, I mean, that was a pretty big hit to the economy. That's 1 TC down. And now blue's actually got more TCs. Okay. But purple's made it back here. Blue opened the gate back into there. Blue's gonna have no villagers. How did this happen? Purple's pushing with 1 trebuchet at 14 health. You can't stop that, but you can stop this entire push with 1 paladin. Purple's got 60 more villagers now. Is blue going to... Blue's going to try and push again. It's going to take time, but blue's going to try it again. Blue isn't making any more paladin. Blue's lost all of the food eco. No. Don't tell me blue makes an entire base up here. Turns out that is actually going to be part of his real base soon. Blue's going to relocate to the top. And, and now blue's going to make a TC back there. If blue constantly produces from these 3 TCs, blue could actually have an economy again pretty soon. Let's see, blue's got pseudo control over that stone. That's the only neutral stone on the map. Oh no, there are 2 neutral stones. Okay. So blue's actually kind of got control over both stones. Like purple wouldn't want to be really taking either of those. I don't know. The blue is in a good position here. Somehow. Somehow! Blue has returned. That's a little sequels reference. You know, reference to the worst Star Wars movies. Okay. Two of those latest could die to that tower. Which I would like to see. That would be funny. They're 5 health. And blue's going for another push. Now, you're really not protecting these trebs. All of those are going to go down again. One, 2. And those are so far away you can't protect them anymore. All 4 of those are going to go down. Blue just lost the push again. Okay. So, when he said back and forth, I think he meant blue just kept almost making pushes. But blue's cleared out. Blue's just lost a second push. And blue's gonna go for it again. Blue's gonna try it again. Blue's making a wall. Why? 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 Oh, 90 degree angle right there. Why though? Purple doesn't know any of this is back here. Purple's probably been very confused about where all of this is coming from. Purple just sees a bunch of units continuously coming from the fog here. But everything's going to be brought back because the base is properly cleared out. Of course, he did leave the 2 stables there. That could be a mistake. Blue's got 2 small bases. Blue will not let go of this game. Blue's obviously lost half of the villagers. Not even close to the same number of army. Purple's about to find this base here. And there it is. The paladin. And then the other units. The monks. The halbs. How far back? There's the castle. Thought the castle was going to show up way sooner. The wall is denied. Maybe. Yep. Maybe. The wall is not denied. The wall goes up. Those units over there die. But these guys are all on basically 1 health. They're all gonna die. They're all gonna die to that TC, aren't they? And there go the halbs. This is... Okay. So, blue's definitely dead at this point. It's just clearing up the side bases. Blue can't come back from this at all. And blue even has enough to make paladin. And I think paladin is your best play here. Paladin with halberdier, obviously, but you should probably be spending more food to make paladin than halb. Because you really need to clear up the skirmishers before you make halberdier. And the only thing that's going to do that you have right now is paladin. But they just keep dying. It is definitely it's over for blue. I think we can fast forward here, honestly. Oh, but of course, fast forwarding it actually logically makes it slower then 1 times speed. So, it's going the same exact pace. I need a better computer. Now it is going slower. You know what? We'll just keep you on normal speed if you're gonna be that annoying. So, Blue's obviously lost the one in the bottom corner, but he's got a trick up his sleeve. Jackson Chevette here has a little top base. Now, naturally, Purple thinks the game is going to be done when those buildings go down. But, you see, no. Blue's getting fletching and arson, and has these 2 stables back at his base. Now, you would think this doesn't make sense, any coherent sense of a strategy at all, arson and fletching, but you have not seen the mastermind that is Jackson's Chevette. I mean, really. Clearly, this is going to win the game. I desperately wish I could speed up here. It's over. Oh, yes. Wait, Purple's gonna find that, actually. Purple will find that. And why can I not speed up? It's not letting me speed up. The game hates me. Or capture age. And now Blue's gonna make more stables. I would hope we see Paladin. But Jackson may have other things in mind. That is a lot of halbs. That can definitely deal with the latest. 46 halbs and 10 more coming. That'll be nearly 60. But 12,500 food. I would just be researching every tech in the game at this point. Make a wonder. Show your opponent the game is over. You can make like 4 wonders at this point. You wouldn't even be hurt. And Purple's gonna break back into the base instead of going through the hole. Just to get the market here, I think. Now, I don't think Purple knows about the 2 stables back there. I don't think Purple can get Spies. Blue probably has just enough villagers to make that too expensive. Searching this little back portion for anything. Please let me speed up. Now, this was never back and forth. Blue's just dragging it on, and I personally do not appreciate it. This game should never have been over the hour mark. I don't even know. It's not like I was complaining about them not spending resources earlier. Purple can't even spend the resources now. There's nothing to spend them on. You're basically... Oh, Spies has come in! We're gonna see an end to the game. Can I pull up a timeline? Please. Actually, that's only at the end of the game. At the end of the game, at the bottom of the screen, there's a thing that pops up where you can just kind of click to anywhere in the game. Can't do that at the moment, though. Purple should be able to see the paladin running towards his gold villagers. Yeah. Okay. Blue... Jackson. It's over, buddy. It's Jackson, it's over. It's over. You've got You've got 2 villagers. You let the other one go as an act of mercy. Oh, but the halbs are coming now. He has 71 halbs. Too many to fit into one group. And Purple knows not to take that fight because he has spies. Purple's not going to take a bad fight when Purple has spies. It's not going to happen. What is Blue going to ever be able to do here? You can maybe make more trebs and move on Purple's base. Purple is kind of on a timer here. But at the same time, that's 3 Paladin dead. And now that you have a horrible eco, Paladin are expensive to make. But, I mean, that being said, Purple did kind of just lose a lot to the halbs there. Purple is far from struggling in terms of resources. Now, actually, Purple did waste a lot of the gold that he had on spies, and oh my god, he loses all of the latest and all of the skirmishers! What is happening? How?
See.
How? You had that! You had spies! You... At this point in the game, with spies, with Blue only having 1 tiny base, you should never take a bad fight. Just run away from things you can't fight, and if he tries to push you, just defend it. Just fight with the skirmishers from behind your walls. Make sure your latest don't run into the halbs, and you'll be fine. But now look at the bars at the top. 8 minutes, not even 8 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago, I was saying this was never back and forth, and that Purple always had it. Now, Purple has 26 military versus Blue's 92. Purple has no more gold left. Purple wasted the gold on spies. Spies may kill Purple. Now, if Purple keeps being a micro nerd with the Paladin here, then Purple's only ever gonna take good fights here. The Paladin will all die, but now the latest will all die, and it's... Oh my god. Wait. The halbs get sniped, but Blue's making a push. With 67 halberdier. 62, never mind. The full might of Jackson Chevette's army is not on the front lines. And trebuchets, inaccurate as always, are missing the gate. Constantly. The locked gate, when there's a gaping hole, two gaping holes on this side. 1 in the back. But Blue's got halbs, so it doesn't really matter. It's not... What? Blue! That is the most ambitious town center that you have placed this entire game. There have been ambitious ones. There was the top of the map, TC. There was the bottom of the map, TC. But this, the TC drop at 1 hour and 12 minutes, has to be the record breaker. And Blue, it might not even matter. Purple could actually lose this. I was gonna say earlier, Purple said this was stressful. I would be stressed here. There's no way you can lose this game. Spies could have killed Purple. That... I mean, you've got 17,000 food, though. I think you can afford to sell a little to make more latest. But now the Paladin are clearing up the skirmishers, and the skirmishers are the only thing that can protect the latest from the halberdier. These units need each other. The skirmishers need the latest, and the latest need the skirmishers. One cannot live without the other. And now the villager count is looking scarily close than, like, scarily closer than it's ever been in this game. There are less than 20 villagers of each other. And this TC is actually going to stay up. And now, Blue's getting Hussar. so he can spam trash units. No more need for gold. All the gold's depleted. Except for what? Oh, yes, 147 gold at the old base. Okay, now that'll go down. Thank God. I'm sorry, Blue, but I cannot live to see that TC up. No. Purple could use the random skirmishers that are scattered about. That could be useful. And now Blue's got Hussar. All Blue has to do now is focus on the farms and spam Hussar, which are not going to do the same thing that Paladins did. I don't think that's the correct plural for them. They're not going to do the same thing the Paladin did. The Hussar are going to die pretty quickly to the skirmishers. Like, I mean, he's got full upgrades, so not too quickly, but they're not going to be the hard counter that they were before. Still going to be pretty good, though, so you will still need the latest. You can't just fight fully upgraded Hussar with skirmishers. Especially if you don't have the final armor upgrade. And I don't think he's actually picked up the tech. Yeah, it actually shows you which techs they pick up, but it doesn't show you the unique techs of each civ. When did Purple get hand cannon here? Oh, that's I'm stupid. You don't have to. You just have to get chemistry for that. Yeah. And now Purple's going to switch into Hussar. And Purple didn't have bloodlines this entire game. You know, now Ring Archer armor is coming in, but I feel like this game would have been over, like, 20 minutes ago, if Bloodlines and Husbandry had been in. And perhaps Ring Archer armor, but I don't think that one is gonna matter here as much. They're Hussar. They kill skirmishers, whether or not they have extra armor. And, you know what? I ridiculed Blue for it. I made fun of it. But now, Blue is moving back to his old base. Blue's moving back into the walls, regating everything, and is going to put a TC on the gold that he saved for an emergency stockpile. Jackson truly works in mysterious ways. And you know what? I've forgotten. Purple can see that. Blue's trying to be all sneaky about this. Purple can see that. Purple can see all of this. Purple can see that he's back in his base. There's no point in being sneaky about it. You could have killed those skirmishers down at the bottom. You were fine killing that latest. You didn't even have to be sneaky about the latest. And now Winged Hussar and latest are going to be on the map for Purple. 63 in queue. That's impressive. There's only 6 stables there. Each stable is like completely filled with Winged Hussar here. And Purple's back up to PopCap. But Blue's looking better than he has since Purple pushed him, really. Blue has been allowed to get away with far too much here. Blue never should have been allowed back in the base. This is going to give him a lot of gold he never deserved. And he's back on the berries. He's taking the berries with a TC. Do not mill your berries in Dark Age, guys. Okay? That's top 10 noob mistakes. Milling your berries in Dark Age. You save them for 1 hour and 20 minutes into the game, when your opponent should have won ages ago. But Spies caused them to stall out because it took so much gold. So now you are allowed to go back to your original base you've been pushed out of. And, okay, a purple's gonna win that easily. Yeah, everything is killed. It doesn't even matter that there's help there. There's so much cavalry. It's just, it's not even a problem. Purple's back up to 10,000 food. I still have it on 8 times speed. Have you noticed any speed difference? I'm gonna put it back down because Blue's actually doing stuff now. Not good stuff. Blue's still dead, but I appreciate the effort. This is why you don't. This is why you do that. But yeah, that top base is finally gonna die. Now that top base, Blue's probably gonna be pretty sad about losing it. That carried him through the game for like the last 30 minutes. It was a really big part of this game for him. You know, the biggest problem about Purple for me is that he never brings enough, like, do you know how much quicker buildings and fortifications would go down if you brought 4 trebuchets instead of 1? Like, you would be amazed how quickly you can destroy your opponent's buildings when you have 4 trebuchets. It's astounding. I pray that Blue is finally out of the game here. There's nowhere for Blue to run. Like, surely as Purple, you've got to be prepared. Like, you've got to block every single exit with your cavalry. So there are no villagers escaping. Nothing. You'd have to expect it, right? Now, Blue's got barely any wood, and Blue's going to do the same exact thing he did on this side. He's going to lumber camp both wood lines. I do not fully understand how Blue is at nearly 800 elo. It may just be this cockroach strategy. It may get people sometimes. Maybe they don't research spies, and then they're hit with a bunch of paladin that they don't think their opponent should have, and they're killed. But this is not what you want to be doing. This is very inefficient. You should just lumber camp both TCs. I mean, you've got enough wood for it. You're not going to be missing out on that wood. You're not going to be wishing, oh, I wish I had 100 more wood against this. Come on, guys. Can we not slow down the game? Every single fight that happens in a game. You're better than this. Is Purple gonna lose this fight? No. Purple loses a lot there. But I don't think it's gonna... I think it's finally gonna be over. Blue looks like he might try and run with the berry villagers. I don't like that. I don't like what I'm seeing here. They're probably just idle and Blue hasn't noticed, but... they're the closest to the gate. They're the closest to freedom and a longer game, and I do not want that. Blue, you're dead. Can we skip to the end? I can't. Blue's putting up a castle in front of 10 ladies that are continuously killing the paladin that he's putting out of his stables. Oh, and you're gonna garrison now. Yes. 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 Oh, and we see an interesting strategy from Blue. Instead of running, he garrisons the berry villagers inside the TC. Now, this castle will obviously save the game for Blue here. So it is very important that Blue gets this up. Very. I'm just glad it's fine. It's not. It's not. I don't think we're gonna see this in for at least another 20 minutes. Blue's obviously not going to resign at this point, right? And you have to destroy those buildings to defeat Blue completely. Somehow Blue gets the castle up. Where did the Treb go? I can't! The castle never would have gone up if you brought... And all the army's gone! What is... Okay. Okay. It's almost over, guys. It's... What? What is this? Blue just cleared all of that up. And Blue's gonna repair the castle. And it's probably gonna go back up to full HP because Blue's got over 650 stone. And you don't even need the amount of stone that it takes to build a castle to fully repair a castle. The wood is starting to run out. Like, it is noticeably getting sparse. There's only the middle map wood lines. I feel like if this game goes on any longer, every single wood line on the map is going to have at least one tree that's been chopped. Like, there. Those two, obviously. And those two. That one probably had a few. Then there's that one with just a couple. That one. That one. I mean, this is more fun than the game at this point. Blue's just dragging it on. That one. Obviously, that one. I'd like to see every wood line get touched, but I also wouldn't because that would mean the game goes on even longer. Is Purple really microing the skirmishers to that tower? Why? Purple! There are more things to care about than the 3 skirmishers that have been in the back of Blue's base for, like, over 40 minutes. They've been attacking these houses, and they actually killed one. For, like, close to an hour. It's been... And now he's gonna go full Winged Hussar. Oh, okay. Blue has to finally be dead this time. If Blue somehow manages to push this next push from Purple back, I'm gonna cry. That's too many Winged Hussar to do anything against. You're only gonna have 14 Halbs. It's getting to me. The game's No. No. You're not gonna keep those up there. You're gonna move those. You're gonna delete those. You're going to get rid of those somehow. You have to resign after this. The game should not be reaching 1 hour and 40 minutes long. I just hit my microphone with my chin. I'm just so done with it. Purple's finally brought more than one trebuchet to push. Purple has learned from his past mistakes. And look at that. It goes down 3 times faster. Blue's not going to be able to keep that up because Blue isn't even reacting in time to repair it. There it goes. Final castle. Can't afford a castle anymore. And there goes your stone mining camp. This... Oh my god. I'd just be making a wonder if I were Purple. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Isn't that just the perfect image of somebody who drags the game on too long? Last TC, gone. And he's gonna put another one immediately. Immediately gonna put another one on nothing in the back of his base. Okay, there is genuinely no way. There's nothing blue can do here to make this fight not go well for purple. Like, yes, there's Halberdier against Hussar, but that doesn't matter. There's too many Hussar for it to matter. Yes, there's Paladin against Hussar, but that doesn't matter. There's too many Hussar for it to matter. Please. He's gonna go for the Trebs. I can't. We're gonna see a second one go down. Yeah! No, duh! Well, GG, what do you think? What do you think? You know, blue just got a little on my nerves. It's fine. Yeah. I didn't, see what he meant by back and forth at the beginning, but now it reached 1 hour and 40 minutes in-game time, and I have been recording for just over an hour. So, thanks, Blue. That was quite the journey. He also did say, just before I left a call to cast this, that it wasn't what he would call the best game. And I would agree. At least Blue finally resigned. He did have these guys up here. At least it didn't come down to that. I'll give that to Blue. But man, that was... Yeah, let's check the APM real quick. Okay, that's actually not as insane as it looks. I thought that was like a 120 APM spike. It just turns out the highest was right under 70, so... Blue was actually very slow APM-wise that game. Kind of makes sense. I feel like most of Blue's focus was on placing more TCs in whatever corners of the map. I mean... Don't be like Blue. Thanks for watching, and don't do that. People will not like you.